Well, hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, we will learn concept of conical pendulum, which is the application of circular motion. So, conical pendulum is what? Conical pendulum is, do you know what is simple pendulum? Simple pendulum means when there is a, I am drawing the figure here. Suppose this is inextensible massless string. Inextensible massless string, one end of the string is connected to fixed support and the another end is connected to the point heavy mass. That point heavy mass is called a bob. So this is our simple pendulum. Okay. So when we whirl this simple pendulum so as this string covers a part of the cone. That means you can see here, suppose the motion is just like now. This is the motion like here you can see. This is the string. String produces part of cone and this bob produces horizontal circular motion. Okay. So such a type of pendulum is called conical pendulum. Why it is called conical pendulum? Because here string of simple pendulum produces a part of the curve part of the cone. So this is the conical pendulum, and this in this chapter we will derive, and in this concept of conical pendulum we will derive an expression for one is the angular velocity, second is the frequency, and third is the period. So we want to derive an expression for these three. So start the lecture. So here this is the conical pendulum and this is the part of the bob, circular motion. So to solve the given problem, we have to draw their free body diagram. Free body diagram means we have to show all the forces acting on the body. Here the body is this bob. So obviously, how many forces are acting on the bob? First force is the gravitational force. Gravitational force means weight, and we know weight is always acting perpendicular to the surface. So perpendicular to the horizontal surface. So this is the direction of weight. W is equal to mg. When you whirl this object in horizontal circle, obviously there will be tension in the spring. Suppose this tension due to this spring makes an angle of theta with the vertical. Okay, and also this is the circle. This is the horizontal circle. Plane of circle is this. This is the horizontal plane. So this is the circle. This is the radius of the circle, and as we know, there is a force which acting away from center of the circle in non-inertial frame of reference. We can show it, which is called centrifugal force. So the direction of centrifugal force is always away from center. So this will be the centrifugal force. Centrifugal force, formula for centrifugal force is FCF. The formula is mv square upon r. Also we have formula mr omega square. You can use any formula. So I am writing here mr omega square. Why omega square is written? Mv square upon r is not written here because we want to find equation for omega. Omega is the angular velocity. Okay. So I told you many times in previous lectures, when some vectors are there, many vectors are there, and some vectors are oblique, inclined vectors are there. So the method to solve the given vector equation is resolution of vector. Generally we resolve any vector in two mutually perpendicular vector. One vector is called their cosine component and another vector is called their sine component. Cosine component is sometimes called horizontal component. I am showing here. Suppose this is the vector r, this is the horizontal line, this is the vertical line. Suppose this angle is theta. I am telling you, suppose this is the r. When you complete this perpendicular, that means when you complete this right angle triangle, obviously when this is theta, you can see what is the value of sine theta. Suppose this is the rx, this is the ry. Okay, what is the value of sine theta? Sine theta is the opposite side ry upon hypotenuse. So obviously you can write ry is equal to r sine theta. So obviously this should be ry should be equal to r sine theta, and remaining remaining should be equal to, I am directly writing the answer, r cos theta. So in vector we can shift the any vector without changing their direction. So when ry is here, you can show ry here also by shifting this ry. You can shift this ry here. Okay, so this is your rx, this is your ry. This is the angle theta, this is the adjacent side. Therefore, this is the r cos theta, this is the r sin theta. Okay, so here let us complete the horizontal line and vertical line. You can see this angle theta. This is the vertical line. This is the original vertical line. So these two lines are parallel. So you can see this theta and this theta. These are the two alternate angle, and we know alternate angles are same. That's why I have written this angle theta here. Okay. Now resolve it. This is the theta. You can see theta. This is the adjacent side. So this component is t cos theta, and remaining component is t sin theta. So vector diagram is completed. So at equilibrium, here this bob does not move in the upward direction or downward direction. So obviously total upward force should be equal to total downward force. So we can write t cos theta is the total upward force equal to the total downward force is mg. Understood? Now obviously the total left side force should be equal to total right side force at the equilibrium. So total left side force is the t sin theta, and total right side force is the m r omega square. We got these two important equations here. These are the two important equations. How can we find the value of omega? Because omega is already there in the second equation. So divide. I am writing divide which equation? Equation number 2 by equation number 1. So what can we write here? So divide it. I am writing here t sin theta, equation number 2, upon equation number 1 is t cos theta. RHS is m r omega square, upon equation number 1 RHS mg. M gets cancelled. You can write also tt gets cancelled. So sin theta upon cos theta is our tan theta. What is RHS? R omega square upon g. Understood? We have to find value of omega na. So I am writing here omega square equal to, here r upon g is, when r upon g moves to this side becomes reverse multiply. So we can write g upon r into tan theta. Understood? So you can observe the figure here. What is the tan theta? In this right angle triangle, tan theta is the opposite side upon adjacent side, and we know this was the length of the, we have to consider length of the string of the conical pendulum is L. So you can see this figure, tan theta is the opposite side upon adjacent side. Opposite side is radius of the circle and adjacent side is L. So next you can write g upon r multiply by tan theta is opposite side r and their adjacent side is L. R gets cancelled out. So here what left? G upon L. So at the end I am writing here G upon what will be L? You can see here L is the adjacent side. So cos theta. Apply trigonometric ratio in the given triangle. Cos theta means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So here this is the theta. Which is the adjacent side? The adjacent side is sorry, I have made one mistake here. Actually, when this is a simple pendulum, and when this bob moves along the horizontal circle, so this will be the length, this will be the length, so this is the perpendicular height. So this much distance will not be equal to this now. So we should consider this is h, not l. So one correction is there. This perpendicular height is h. So I am writing here. Actually, there should be g upon r multiplied by tan theta is the tan theta matlab opposite side upon adjacent side. So what is the opposite side? Opposite side is r, adjacent side is h. R gets cancelled. So what left? G upon h. G upon. You can see cos theta. Cos theta means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side is h. And which is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is l. So finally, what is h? H is equal to L cos theta. Okay. So you can write value of h here. Instead of h, you can put L cos theta. So this is omega square. Finally, we can write omega is equal to square root of g upon L cos theta. So first point of conical pendulum is completed. Okay. We will see this concept in another chapter also. The name of chapter is oscillation chapter. So remember this is the formula for angular velocity of the given bob. To find angular velocity of given bob, apply this formula. It is clear that angular velocity depends on L, length as well as theta. G is the constant. G is the acceleration due to gravity. So it is always constant on the surface of Earth. Okay, so L is the length of simple pendulum. When you change the length of simple pendulum, there is an effect on angular velocity. Also, there is an effect of theta. When you are going to increase the angular speed, obviously there will be increasing value of theta. You can check here omega theta. When you increase the value of theta, theta की value अगर हमने increase कर दी तो क्या होगा? We have known cos 0 is equal to 1, cos 90 equal to 0. इसका मतलब क्या है? When you increase the value of theta from 0 to 90, value of cos theta goes on decreasing. हम अगर थीटा की वैल्यू बढ़ाते हैं तो cos थीटा की वैल्यू कम होती जाती है. दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे अगर थीटा बढ़ाया तो cos थीटा कम होगा. cos थीटा कम होगा उसका मतलब ओमेगा एंड cos थीटा रेसिप्रोकल में है ना. सो cos थीटा का जो इफेक्ट है ओमेगा के ऊपर उल्टा होगा. cos थीटा अगर इंक्रीज हुआ तो ओमेगा क्या होगा? डिक्रीज होगा. सो व्हेन यू इंक्रीज द वैल्यू ऑफ थीटा, थीटा की वैल्यू इंक्रीज होती है तो उसका मतलब cos थीटा की वैल्यू तो डिक्रीज होगी. cos थीटा की वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगी मतलब ओमेगा की वैल्यू इंक्रीज होगी. सो फाइनली थीटा बढ़ गया है तो ओमेगा बढ़ता है. तो इट इज क्लियर दैट अगर हमने और जोर से अगर उस ऑब्जेक्ट को घुमाया तो क्या होगा? थीटा बढ़ेगा ना. सो वी गॉट दिस इक्वेशन. ओके. आफ्टर दैट आई टोल्ड यू वी वांट टू फाइंड एंड we want to find the derivation of omega. Omega is the angular velocity, t and frequency. Also we have omega का मतलब क्या होता है? 2 pi upon capital T. So what is the t? Period is the omega. Period t and omega gets replaced. So 2 pi upon omega. So I am writing 2 pi upon. What is omega? Omega is given here. Omega is in denominator. So write the value of omega in reverse. So we can write reverse. So what will be there? L cos theta upon g. So finally we got t is equal to 2 pi into square root of L cos theta upon g. So this second thing is completed. We got the equation of period, and finally we know frequency is the reciprocal of period. Frequency और period reciprocal होते हैं ना. इसका reciprocal ले लो. 2 pi का reciprocal होगा 1 upon 2 pi square root. Reciprocal of this is the g upon L cos theta. So this is the formula for frequency. We got all the three equations of the angular velocity, period and frequency. So concept of conical pendulum is completed. Concept of conical pendulum is very simple. Here you have to draw only this free body diagram. After drawing free body diagram, you can directly write, you can resolve. We have to resolve the tension. हमें tension को resolve करना है. After resolving tension, we can directly apply the concept of equilibrium. We know at equilibrium total upward force should be equal to total downward force. Total left side force should be equal to total right side force. That's why I have written these two conditions, and after getting two conditions, only mathematically that equations are obtained. Okay, so remember these formulas. Now here you can see one concept is given there. When you increase the value of theta, अगर थीटा की वैल्यू अगर हमने बढ़ा दी मतलब हम क्या करेंगे, जोर से उसको घुमाएंगे, उसका मतलब हम ओमेगा क्या करेंगे, एंगुलर वेलोसिटी भी बढ़ाएंगे. अगर हमने इतने जोर से घुमा दिया तो दिस रेडियस कम ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगी, रेडियस बढ़ती जाएगी मतलब ये जो सर्कल है ऐसा फ्लैट होते जाएगा. सो इज देयर इन केस व्हेन दिस सर्कल इज horizontal with this point, horizontal with the rigid support, that means is there possible when angle theta is 90 degree, थीटा कभी 90 डिग्री हो सकता है क्या? अगर इसको हमने ये सिंपल पेंडुलम है, इसको हमने अगर ऐसे जोर से घुमा दिया तो ऐसे कभी ये ऐसे घूम सकता है क्या? ऐसे घूम सकता है. उसका मतलब क्या होगा कि ये वैल्यू ऑफ थीटा इज 90 डिग्री. इज इट पॉसिबल? तो हियर आई एम टेलिंग यू there will be no any angular velocity at which angle theta is 90 degree. This is not possible. That means completely horizontal path of this bob is never possible. Bob is a spring. I am telling you bob, but this spring, a spring तो कभी भी horizontal नहीं हो सकती. Spring makes an angle of theta here, theta. तो spring ऐसे जाके spring exactly horizontal तो कभी भी नहीं बन सकती. Why it is not possible? We can prove this by using two equations or by using two conditions. Just you can see from the given equation. इस इक्वेशन से हमें ये पता चलता है कि अगर थीटा की वैल्यू 90 डिग्री होती है उसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है कि स्ट्रिंग मूव्स अलोंग द हॉरिजॉन्टल सर्कल. एक्चुअली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. स्ट्रिंग तो वर्टिकल हॉरिजॉन्टल सर्कल में मूव नहीं हो सकती. व्हाई? द रीजन इज ओमेगा. You can see here when the string moves along the horizontal circle, that means value of theta is 90 degree. इसका मतलब है थीटा की वैल्यू 90 डिग्री होगी. और when you put value of theta equal to 90, so cos 90, what is the value of cos 90? Value of cos 90 is 0. Value of cos 90 is 0. That means 1 of g upon 0. When 0 is in denominator, answer is infinity na. So obviously there should have angular velocity infinity. इसका मतलब है to move this string in the horizontal circle we have to rotate this bob with angular velocity equal to infinity, and we know we never get the value of infinity. infinity की वैल्यू हमें नहीं मिल सकती. अंडरस्टूड? इसका मतलब है अगर थीटा की वैल्यू यहाँ पे हमने 90 पुट कर दी तो cos 90 की वैल्यू 0 होगी. तो उसकी वजह से ओमेगा की वैल्यू क्या होगी? इंफिनिटी होगी. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि स्ट्रिंग को हमें हॉरिजॉन्टली अगर मूव करना है, हॉरिजॉन्टली सर्कुलर मोशन प्रोड्यूस करना है तो एंगुलर वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू कितनी आनी चाहिए? इंफिनिटी. हम तो इंफिनिटी तक एंगुलर वेलोसिटी नहीं बढ़ा सकते. सो विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस कंसेप्ट ऑफ एंगुलर वेलोसिटी वी कैन प्रूव द string will never produces which motion? Horizontal circular motion. Okay, now we can explain this concept with the help of concept of this P also. So how can you explain it? It is clear that here you can see when you put theta is equal to 90 degree, cos 90 is equal to 0. So now 0 is in numerator, 0 multiplied by anything is the 0. So obviously period should be equal to 0. You can check here. अगर पीरियड की वैल्यू 0 होनी चाहिए उसका मतलब क्या है कि 0 सेकेंड में तो एक रोटेशन, पीरियड मींस टाइम रिक्वायर्ड टू कंप्लीट वन रोटेशन. एक रोटेशन कंप्लीट करने के लिए जो टाइम लगता है उसे हम पीरियड बोलते हैं. अगर यहाँ पे पीरियड की वैल्यू 0 होती है मतलब उसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि 0 सेकेंड में उसने एक रोटेशन कंप्लीट कर दिया है. तो इज इट पॉसिबल? 0 सेकेंड में कोई काम हो सकता है क्या? कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता ना. टाइम कुछ तो टाइम लैप्स करना पड़ेगा.
So with the help of this condition also you can explain why string will never produces horizontal circular motion. So this is all about conical pendulum. Okay, so this is the concept of conical pendulum, and after this new application of circular motion is given in the textbook. So I will start that application now. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding any concept, now I have taken conical pendulum. Okay, after completing this video you can write doubts about any concept in the comment box. I will explain or I will cover all your doubt in my next video. Okay, so I am now taking next point, which is the vertical circular motion. Well, by the way, now next topic, I have started the next topic, vertical circular motion. Vertical circular motion means what? When we have we have the string, one end of the string is in our hand and then another end is connected to the any object, any particle, any ball. Okay, so when you whirl the string so that this object moves along the horizontal circle. Okay, then the motion is called vertical circular motion. हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे vertical circular motion, यहाँ पे देखो, this is the string, one end of the string is in my hand and an object is connected to their another end. Okay, so when I am now whirling this object, okay, when we whirl this object, this string, so as this object moves in which circle, this object moves in this circle is the vertical circle. So this is the vertical circular motion. Okay, so to move that object in this vertical circle there should be some minimum velocity at the top. इस टॉप पे अगर यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्ट जाने के बाद अगर टॉप में इस ऑब्जेक्ट की वेलोसिटी अगर 0 होती तो ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसे नीचे गिरेगा ना, तो स्ट्रिंग विल बी स्लैग डाउन लाइक दिस एंड ऑब्जेक्ट विल नॉट कंटिन्यू द वर्टिकल सर्कुलर मोशन. सो इन दिस टॉपिक we have to derive an expression for minimum velocity. What should be the minimum velocity at the top? टॉप पे उस ऑब्जेक्ट की कम से कम वेलोसिटी कितनी होनी चाहिए कि वो ऑब्जेक्ट नीचे की तरफ न गिरते हुए सर्कुलर मोशन कंप्लीट करेगा. सो हियर वी वांट टू फाइंड द मिनिमम वेलोसिटी एट टॉप, at mid position and at lowest position so that object will continue vertical circular motion. So obviously the velocity at top should be different to that of the velocity at the mid position and velocity at the top lowest position. So we want to derive an expression for the minimum velocities. Remember this, we are deriving the derivation for मिनिमम वेलोसिटी ओनली. मिनिमम वेलोसिटी मतलब कम से कम. अगर वेलोसिटी उससे कम होती है तो क्या होगी, स्ट्रिंग क्या होगी, स्ट्रिंग स्लैक होगी और ऑब्जेक्ट वर्टिकल सर्कुलर मोशन आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पाएगा. सो वी विल डिराइव एन एक्सप्रेशन फॉर मिनिमम वेलोसिटी. फॉर दैट ऑब्वियसली वी नीड टू ड्रॉ द फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम. ओके, सो स्टार्ट. फर्स्ट पॉइंट नंबर ए, द मिनिमम वेलोसिटी एट द टॉप. So here you can see this is the object. First draw the free body diagram. In free body diagram first show gravitational force, which is the weight. So here you can show this is the gravitational force, W is equal to mg. And in non-inertial frame of reference we can show which force in circular motion, centrifugal force always acting away from center, which push that object outside from the circle. So this is the direction of centrifugal force, mv square upon r. You can write here mva. This is the velocity at position A, which is the top position here. Okay, and obviously there is some tension in the string. String में तो कुछ तो tension होगा. So this is the tension at point A. So you can check here. You can apply our concept टोटल अपवर्ड फोर्स शुड बी इक्वल टू टोटल डाउनवर्ड फोर्स। इक्विलिब्रियम में होगा ऑब्जेक्ट इक्विलिब्रियम में होगा, उसका मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट ऊपर की तरफ तो नहीं जा रहा है, ऑब्जेक्ट डायरेक्टली अलोंग दिस लाइन तो मूव नहीं हो रहा है। Object does not move along this line in upward or downward direction. That means it is at equilibrium regarding in related with the vertical line. Vertical line में वो equilibrium में, उसका मतलब vertical line में उसकी motion नहीं है, उसका मतलब हुआ total upward force should be equal to total downward force. Okay, so total upward force कितना है? Total upward force is mv square upon r. ये. And what is the total downward force? The total downward force is the mg is the weight plus ta is the tension. Okay, but here we want to find the minimum velocity, so I am writing here for minimum velocity. You can state very important point I am telling you, minimum velocity. अगर इस ऑब्जेक्ट का स्पीड जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना इस स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन बढ़ते जाएगा। ओके, ऑब्जेक्ट का स्पीड हम कम करते जाएंगे तो एक बार क्या होगा, इस स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन बहुत ही मिनिमम होगा। बहुत ही मिनिमम मतलब कितना होगा, द टेंशन इन द स्ट्रिंग इज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो। ओके, सो व्हेन टेंशन इन द स्ट्रिंग इज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो, सो इन दैट टाइम वी विल गेट द मिनिमम वेलोसिटी। सो फॉर मिनिमम वेलोसिटी वी कैन राइट TA should be equal to zero, approximately equal to zero. टेंशन जीरो होगा तो दैट पर्टिकुलर वेलोसिटी इज द मिनिमम वेलोसिटी। एंड अगर वेलोसिटी उससे भी कम होती है तो क्या होगा, टेंशन तो अभी जीरो था इस फाइनल पोजीशन पे, तो उससे भी अगर कम वेलोसिटी होती है तो स्ट्रिंग क्या होगी, टेंशन जीरो से भी कम होगा, मतलब स्ट्रिंग ऑटोमेटिकली स्लैप होगी और सर्कुलर मोशन आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं हो पाएगी। सो हियर आई एम पुटिंग दिस वैल्यू, we can write mv square upon r equal to mg. Tension is 0, so you can write m gets cancelled. So what we have, v square equal to r is divided becomes multiply rg. So finally we got v equal to square root of rg. So this is an expression for minimum velocity at the top, so that it will continue vertical circular motion. Understood? So this is the expression for minimum velocity at which position? Top position. Point number B. We are finding expression for minimum velocity at bottom. Bottom is, you can write at lowest position. What will be their minimum velocity at lowest position? So at lowest position, don't draw free body diagram. We can apply concept of law of conservation of energy. What is the law of conservation of energy? We know when any one form of energy DC appear, then exactly same quantity of another form of energy appear. That means total energy is always conserved. जितनी एनर्जी कम होगी उतनी एनर्जी बढ़ेगी। अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी, एनर्जी कैन नाइदर बी क्रिएटेड नॉर बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, जस्ट इट कैन कन्वर्ट फ्रॉम वन फॉर्म टू अनदर फॉर्म। ओके, सो हियर यू कैन सी ऊपर से नीचे आते समय क्या हो रहा है, हाइट कंटिन्यूअसली डिक्रीजिंग, हाइट इज डिक्रीजिंग कंटिन्यूअसली। So what is the formula of potential energy? Potential energy is the energy possessed by body due to their position. Well, formula of potential energy mgh. Potential energy depends on height. हाइट यहाँ पे कम हो रही है, उसका मतलब पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कम होती जाएगी। और यहाँ पे when object moving from top to lowest position, obviously their velocity goes on increasing. velocity बढ़ेगी मतलब उसकी काइनेटिक एनर्जी बढ़ेगी। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, from top to lowest position their kinetic energy goes on increasing and their potential energy goes on decreasing. So we can write here increase in kinetic energy that should be equal to decrease in potential energy. Understood? जितनी potential energy यहाँ पे क्या होगी, कम होगी, उतनी kinetic energy बढ़ेगी. So tell me where is the kinetic energy maximum, here or here? Obviously यहाँ पे kinetic energy तो ज्यादा होगी क्योंकि यहाँ पे velocity ज्यादा है। वो फॉर्मूला ऑफ kinetic energy half mv square. So I am writing here इंक्रीजिंग काइनेटिक एनर्जी. यहाँ पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी कितनी होगी? यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी हम अज्यूम करेंगे vc. So here the kinetic energy at point C is equal to half mvc square minus, this is the kinetic energy at point C. Kinetic energy at point A is the half mva square. This is the change in kinetic energy, total increasing kinetic energy. इंक्रीजिंग काइनेटिक एनर्जी, चेंज इन काइनेटिक एनर्जी फाइंड करनी है तो उसका मतलब मैक्सिमम वैल्यू में से क्या करना पड़ेगा? ग्रेटर वैल्यू में से स्मॉलर वैल्यू सब्ट्रैक्ट करनी पड़ेगी. यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी ज्यादा है तो यहाँ पे इसकी काइनेटिक एनर्जी से ये वाली काइनेटिक एनर्जी सब्ट्रैक्ट करनी होगी. तो आई हैव डन दिस. नाउ एट RHS, how much total height is reduced here? This is the radius r, this is the radius r. So total decreasing height is equal to 2r. So we have formula mgh. H is the change in height. So here you can write decreasing potential energy is equal to mg multiplied by height. Total decreasing height is r plus r equal to 2r. Simple, understood? Now, but here we have already got the value of Pa. What was the value of Pa? Pa की value rg इतनी हमें मिली थी. So put their value. So I am writing half mvc square minus half m. Va square is there ना. What was the value of Pa? Under root rg. यहाँ पे square है मतलब ये square root निकालना पड़ेगा. So there will be rg only. Understood? Va square is rg. So put Va square equal to rg here. So half mrg is there. Now at RHS, what is there? 2mgr. 2 is taken outside. Now here this is the minus half mrg goes to right side becomes plus half mrg. So I am writing half mvc square equal to 2mgr plus half mgr. So we can take mgr common. So what left there? 2 plus half ना. mgr common 2 plus यहाँ पे half रहेगा. So 2 plus half कितना होगा? 2 plus half by cross multiplication 2 to the 4 plus 1 upon 2 multiply 1. So answer is 5 upon 2 mgr. So answer is 5 upon 2 mgr and their LHS is now half mvc square. M gets cancelled. So this 2 goes to reverse. You can write this 2 gets also cancelled. So what left? Vc equal to square root of 5rg. So this is minimum velocity at bottom. When minimum velocity at bottom is equal to this, that means this object will produce one circle again. Object will continue their vertical circular motion. If the velocity of the object at this lowest position is less than this velocity, then this object will not complete vertical circular motion. So we have completed the minimum velocity at lowest position. Now find what is the minimum velocity at mid position. This is the mid position. This point number D is also mid position. So find expression for either point B or point D. So here I am finding expression for the minimum velocity at point B. So point number C, I am writing here the condition is minimum velocity at which position? Mid position. So to find this again apply the same concept. We can write increase in kinetic energy, that should be equal to decrease in potential energy. Again apply the same concept. Now here object is moving from point A to B. Here from A to B, obviously velocity goes on increasing. So velocity at point B is more than velocity at point A. So the kinetic energy at point B is half mv square Vb minus what is the kinetic energy at point A? It is half mva square. And decreasing potential energy, how much height is reduced here? Height is reduced by small r. So total decreasing potential energy is mg multiplied by height equal to r. So I am writing mg multiplied by height is r. Now here half mvb square minus the half mv in this case half m. What was the value of va? va was the rg. va square कितना होगा? va is the under root rg, va square is the rg. So put rg is equal to mgr minus half mgr becomes plus half mgr. So mvv square equal to mgr माइनस यहाँ पे प्लस होगा प्लस हाफ mgr. सो ऐड करो. अगर हमने यहाँ पे mgr कॉमन लिया तो यहाँ पे रहेगा 1 प्लस हाफ. कितना होता है 1 प्लस हाफ मतलब 3/2. सो आई एम डायरेक्टली राइटिंग द आंसर 3/2 mgr and the LHS is half mvv square. So m gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. So finally I am writing the answer vv taking square root on both sides. We got under root 3gr, or you can write rg also. So this is the velocity at mid position. So for point number B and point number C, same conditions are applied here. Which conditions is applied? Law of conservation of energy, total decreasing kinetic energy, total increasing kinetic energy should be equal to total decreasing potential energy. So these are the cases for an object is connected to the string and it moves in the vertical circle. So in the next session we will see, suppose instead of the string if there is a rod, अगर string की जगह पे यहाँ पे अगर rod होता है तो क्या होगा? string की जगह पे rod होगा तो what should be the minimum velocity at top, minimum velocity at mid position, minimum velocity at lowest position. We will find these derivations in next topic, but before that we have completed the formula for minimum velocity. Now next point is what is the tension at top and tension at bottom, and what's the important thing is what is the difference in tension at top and bottom. But remember this, here we have completed derivation for minimum velocity only. यहाँ पे अगर मिनिमम वेलोसिटी होती है तो टेंशन में डिफरेंस कितना होता है? अगर उस मिनिमम वेलोसिटी से भी ज्यादा वेलोसिटी होगी तो ऑब्वियसली वहां पे सर्कुलर मोशन तो कंटिन्यू होगी. हाँ, अगर वेलोसिटी मिनिमम वेलोसिटी से कम होती है तो वर्टिकल सर्कुलर मोशन कंटिन्यू नहीं हो पाती ना. तो अब हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे टेंशन जितना होगा, यहाँ पे टेंशन जितना होगा, इन दो टेंशन में से डिफरेंस हमें फाइंड करना है. Okay, so now I am starting the derivation. The topic is, the next point is difference in tension at top and lowest position. Okay, we want to derive an expression for this. Suppose अगर हमने यहाँ पे a assume कर दिया कि velocities are minimum. Case 1, velocities are minimum. अगर यहाँ पे minimum velocity होती है तो हमने at the time of these derivations of the minimum velocity we had seen for when the velocity is minimum then we had taken tension 0. अगर वेलोसिटी मिनिमम होती है तो टेंशन जीरो होता है. हमने तो यहाँ पे प्रीवियस टॉपिक में अभी देखा था. तो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन राइट वेलोसिटी एट टॉप शुड बी इक्वल टू 0. यहाँ पे टेंशन एट द टॉप शुड बी इक्वल टू 0. अगर वेलोसिटी सबसे कम होगी तो स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन नहीं होगा. और यहाँ पे अप्लाई कंसेप्ट हियर यू कैन अप्लाई अगेन फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम फॉर दिस पॉइंट. दिस इज द mg is always acting towards the horizontal surface. There is a tension here Tc, and we know in any circle one force is acting in non-inertial frame. So in non-inertial frame of reference one force is there which is the centrifugal force. Direction of centrifugal force is always away from center. So this should be the force mg square upon r. Point is C. So obviously at equilibrium apply concept total upward force should be equal to total downward force. So I am writing total upward force is Tc, and what is the total downward force? Total downward force is mg plus next force is mv square upon r, mvc square upon r. And in last derivation we had seen what is the minimum velocity at bottom. Minimum velocity at bottom की वैल्यू होती है √5r. Just we have seen this formula ना, minimum velocity की वैल्यू. So you can put that value here, mg plus m upon r vc square. vc की वैल्यू 5rg √5rg, तो vc square कितना होगा 5rg. So r आएगा कैंसिल, mg plus 5mg left. So mg plus 5mg 6mg. So I am writing difference in tension. टेंशन में डिफरेंस क्या होगा, ज्यादा टेंशन यहाँ पे, कम टेंशन यहाँ पे. So subtract smaller value from larger value. So you can write difference in tension is equal to tension at point C minus tension at point A. Tension at point C कितना है 6 mg and what was the tension at point A 0. So we got the answer 6 mg. So difference in tension at top and bottom is equal to 6 mg. This is our answer. Okay, but here we got this difference in tension equal to 6 mg when the velocity of object at that particular positions is minimum. उस particular position में अगर velocity minimum होती है तो tension में difference इतना आएगा. अगर now think case number 2 when velocities are not minimum but more than minimum velocity. यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है velocity minimum than more velocity. More velocity जो minimum more than minimum velocity. More than minimum velocity. Minimum velocity से तो ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. अगर minimum velocity से ज़्यादा velocity नहीं होगी तो vertical circular motion ही नहीं हो पाएगी ना. Okay, so we have to derive an expression for difference in tension at top and lowest position when velocities are not minimum velocity, some more velocities are there. Okay, so here again I am drawing the figure. This is our vertical circle. Just draw the figure. This is the topmost position, this is the lowest position. Say this is the position A, this is the position B. So draw, I have drawn the diagram. So apply, draw the free body diagram. How many forces are acting at this point? Obviously, one force is here, which is the mg, gravitational force. Tension कहाँ पे होगा? Obviously यहाँ पे होगा tension. When velocity is not minimum, velocity minimum नहीं होगी, उसका मतलब कुछ तो स्प्रिंग में टेंशन होगा. Okay, and one force is always acting away from it. It is mv square upon r. You can write here b, you see a. And here what will you write? Here you can write again. Here also you can draw the free body diagram. So how will you draw the free body diagram here? यहाँ पे टेंशन तो होगा ही होगा. T a position हमने C assume कर दी थी ना. Sorry, the name of point was C. So यहाँ पे टेंशन होगा. So what is the direction of gravitational force? It is always perpendicular surface, and direction of centrifugal force is mv square upon r, mv square upon r. So what is completed here? We have completed free body diagram. Okay. So apply the concept of equilibrium. Total upward force is equal to total downward force for point A. So for point A, what is the total upward force? mv square upon r is equal to total downward force क्या होगा? Ta plus mg. Say equation number 1. Apply concept of equilibrium at this position. So what will you write here? Upward force. Total upward force कितना है? Total upward force है Tc. And total downward force कितना है? mg plus total downward force mvc square upon r. Total downward force, total upward force is tension Tc. Equation number 2. What we want? We want to find expression for difference in their tension. That means we have to find Tc minus T. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे? TA की वैल्यू क्या होगी? I am writing equation number 1 here. Just I am shifting this mg to its side. So what is there? TA क्या होगा? mg plus यहाँ पे माइनस होगा. mv square upon r minus my plus mg becomes minus mg. So actually it is the equation. I have continued equation. What you want to find? We have to find difference in the tension. So Tm से Tc सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है हमें. ज्यादा टेंशन कहाँ होगा? ज्यादा टेंशन तो नीचे आने के बाद होगा. So हमें Tc में से Ta सब्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा. So subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. Equation number 1, equation number 2 minus equation number 1. So subtract Tc minus Ta. So write it at left side. Tc minus Ta. This is the difference in the tension. और यहाँ पे subtraction किया. mg minus mg cancel. यहाँ पे Tc इस equation में से इस equation को subtract किया है. So mg gets cancelled. So what left? यहाँ पे रहेगा mv square upon r point c minus यहाँ पे होगा mv square upon r point a. Okay. So here this is an expression for the difference in the tension. But apply the another concept. यहाँ पे अभी pause the वीडियो पॉज करो और ये जो पॉइंट्स है ये पॉइंट्स तुम्हारे नोटबुक में नोट डाउन करो. जगह नहीं है तो उसकी वजह से मैंने क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये रफ कर रहा हूँ. सो हियर बट रिमेंबर दिस, what was the difference in the tension for the minimum velocity? Difference in the tension was 6 mg. Okay, so here we can apply a concept of law of conservation of energy. क्या है law of conservation of energy का concept क्या है? Again, total energy is always conserved. That means total decreasing kinetic energy that should be equal to total increasing kinetic energy. So I am writing here increase in kinetic energy should be equal to क्या होगा? Decrease in potential energy. We have discussed this in previous topic. So here apply. So increasing kinetic energy. Where is the kinetic energy greater? यहाँ पे kinetic energy ज़्यादा होगी. So what is the kinetic energy at this position? Kinetic energy at that position is half mv square, mvc square. What is the kinetic energy at this position? Kinetic energy का फॉर्मूला half mv square है ना. So half mv square a. So this is the decreasing kinetic energy. How much total height is reduced here? Total height is reduced by r plus r 2r. So total decreasing potential energy is equal to mgh. H is the 2r. Okay. So you can check option. आपको have to find value of Tc minus Ta है ना. तो Tc minus Ta में क्या है? mv square upon r है. यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ mv square मिला है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? Divide both sides. Before that, multiply both sides by 2. So what will I write? I am writing here mv square upon c minus mvc square minus mv square equal to 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया, 2 कैंसिल तो यहाँ पे होगा 2 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 4 mgr. यहाँ पे r मल्टीप्लाई है तो यहाँ पे आके क्या होगा? डिवाइड बोथ साइड्स बाय r. आई एम राइटिंग हियर डिवाइड both sides by r. So what will you write? You can write mvc square upon r minus mva square upon r is equal to यहाँ पे होगा 4 mg. Understood? So this is your equation number 3. Put this value in equation. I am writing this was the equation number 3. So I am writing now put this value in equation number 3. What is the equation number 3? Equation number 3 क्या है? Tc minus Ta. Tc minus Ta is equal to क्या है? Tc minus Ta वैल्यू mvc square upon r minus mva square upon r. उसकी वैल्यू अभी हमें क्या मिली? 4 mg ना. Okay ना? So what is there now? The answer is 4 mg. Understood? So this is the derivation for just I am checking with the यहाँ पे एक्चुअली यहाँ पे देखो सब्ट्रैक्शन किया था. क्या सब्ट्रैक्शन किया था? इक्वेशन नंबर 2 में से इक्वेशन नंबर 1 को सब्ट्रैक्ट किया था. तो सब्ट्रैक्ट करने के बाद mg और इस mg का साइन तो चेंज होगा. सो mg माइनस माइनस प्लस होगा. mg प्लस mg क्या आएगा? 2mg आएगा. तो यहाँ पे गलती हुई थी. यहाँ पे क्या करना पड़ेगा? Plus 2mg. It is the equation number. Understood? See, you can see Tc minus Ta subtraction ना. सब्ट्रैक्शन करने के बाद क्या होगा? पहले एम जी सी स्क्वायर अपन आर ए माइनस एम बी स्क्वायर यहाँ पे मिल लेगा एम जी माइनस माइनस प्लस होगा सो एम जी प्लस एम जी 2mg। तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा द ओरिजिनल इक्वेशन क्या था हमारा ओरिजिनल इक्वेशन में इसकी वैल्यू कितनी आई इसकी वैल्यू आई 4mg दिस कंप्लीट वैल्यू इज 4mg प्लस व्हाट इज देयर 2mg plus 2mg so we can write difference in tension this is the difference in tension is equal to 4mg plus 2mg is the 6mg। उसका मतलब क्या है हमने प्रीवियस कंसेप्ट में देखा कि यहाँ पे अगर मिनिमम वेलोसिटी होती है तो टेंशन इन द डिफरेंस इन द टेंशन एट द टॉप एंड लोएस्ट पोजीशन कितना था 6mg था। अभी वेलोसिटी तो कौन सी भी होने दो मिनिमम वेलोसिटी से ज्यादा वेलोसिटी कितनी भी होने दो जो भी कोई टेंशन यहाँ पे होगा टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन में होगा और लोअर पोजीशन में होगा तो उन दोनों का डिफरेंस तो एवरी टाइम 6mg होगा। अंडरस्टूड। सो यहाँ पे हमने अभी तक क्या देखा है इन दिस डेरिवेशन वी हैव सीन फर्स्ट इज व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज ऑफ मिनिमम वेलोसिटीज एट टॉप पोजीशन एट लोएस्ट पोजीशन एंड एट मिड पोजीशन। उसके बाद में हमने क्या देखा है उसके बाद में व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन द टेंशन एट द टॉप एंड एट द बॉटम व्हेन केस नंबर 1 व्हेन द वेलोसिटीज आर मिनिमम केस नंबर 2 व्हेन द वेलोसिटीज आर एनी वेलोसिटीज मोर देन द मिनिमम वेलोसिटीज। ओके सो यहाँ पे देखो कि वेलोसिटी कितनी भी होने दो डिफरेंस इन टेंशन 6mg होगा। Remember this while solving problem. Okay, so this point is completed. So our next point is we will continue the same topic vertical circular motion, but in that case we will replace जब यहाँ पे क्या करें यहाँ पे जो स्ट्रिंग थी स्ट्रिंग में क्या होता है टेंशन होता है स्ट्रिंग की जगह पे अगर यहाँ पे एक हमने रिजिड रॉड लिया ए रॉड है और इस रॉड को हमने एक कौन सा तो ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे टाइप किया और इस वे रॉड को ऐसे वर्टिकल सर्कल में घुमाया तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे इंस्टेड ऑफ टेंशन इंस्टेड ऑफ स्ट्रिंग वी हैव टेकन रॉड देन व्हाट विल बी द मिनिमम व्हाट शुड बी द मिनिमम वेलोसिटी एट टॉप मोस्ट पोजीशन लोएस्ट पोजीशन मिड पोजीशन सो दैट इट विल कंटिन्यू वर्टिकल सर्कुलर मोशन। जो कंसेप्ट हमने इसमें देखा था वही कंसेप्ट हमें वापस कंटिन्यू करना है और आल्सो वी हैव टू डिटरमाइन the equations for difference in the tension at the top and the lowest position when object is connected to the not string object is now connected to the rod and that rod produces vertical circular motion। Okay, so here so the time for this lecture is over, so I am stopping the lecture. In next lecture I will take the new concept. I will continue the vertical circular motion, but in that case, when object is connected to rod, not string, same derivation we will see in the next lecture. If you like my lecture, if you like this video, please subscribe, share my video. So I am stopping the lecture.